All right, in our new green packet, this is standard 20, point slope form. Standard 20, this is page 3. Moving into something that's completely different from anything we've ever seen before. Here's our formula. Point slope form is another form. This is another form of a linear equation. So where we've been is we did y equals mx plus b, where m was the slope and b was the y-intercept. Now the y-intercept is a very specific point. That's why this was the slope-intercept form. Okay, we are not doing that form anymore. We're going to talk about a different form of a line that has different uses, which is point slope. We still have slope, like we did before. So what you need is a point and the slope. So just like this one is called slope-intercept form, this one is called point slope form. We're not very creative when we name our forms here. So the point, you're going to get a point like 3, 4. And that point is going to go and replace the x1 and the y1 in the equation. Okay, let's practice this. This kind of seems a little bit crazy. So this is x1, y1, and our slope is going to go and replace m. Now what's not going to get replaced ever is the y that's in the front of the equation, this one here, and the x, the first x in the parentheses. Those are going to stay y and x. So as I go to write my equation, I'll start with the letter y and a minus. Now the next number is this y sub 1. I'm going to replace that with my number 3. That's the y value in the coordinate that you're given. Then slope is going to go next. -2, parentheses. This will always be the letter x. That's going to stay there. Minus. And then my x1 is -4. Anytime you have minus a negative, we're going to put those two things together as a plus sign. Minus a negative is the same thing as a plus. And that's it. I'm done. Let's try that again using that form, getting comfortable with it. Always start with the letter y, minus. And then the next number is going to be the y coordinate that you see in the point that was given. The y coordinate is this number 8. Throw the slope in there. X minus, and then it's the x coordinate of the point that you were given, which is 3. One more time to make sure we feel really good about this. Y minus. Now because this y number is negative, I'm going to end up putting, instead of minus a negative, I'm just going to write plus 12 equals, throw your slope in there with a parentheses, the letter x minus, and because my x number is also negative, it'll be plus as well. And that's skill 1. This is a good time to pause the video, turn to page 4, and try the top 6 questions on page 4 as your classwork. We're going to continue on to skill 2. In skill 2, we are still going to use point slope form. Our answer is still going to look like this. It's just that we have to pull the point and the slope from the graph. So the slope that you see is going to be between the 2 dots. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my slope here was down 4 and right 6. So I'll write that as a fraction, down 4 over 6. Hopefully we want to reduce and use the reduced slope instead. And then I have to pick one of these 2 points, either point number 1 or point number 2, and write the coordinates for that point up here. If you pick this point number 2, the coordinates are 3, -1. Those are the numbers on the x and the y axis. Or if you choose point number 1, your coordinates are -3, +3. So you just pick one. Maybe I just picked the first one. -3, 3. And now finish by writing your actual equation. Y minus 3 equals your slope, parentheses x. Because my x number is negative, I'll do plus. Let's try that one more time here. Count my slope, up 1 over 4. So my slope is 1 over 4. I don't have to reduce that, thank goodness. And then I pick one of the 2 points. Do I pick my first point or my second point? My first one has the coordinates. The x coordinate is 2, because that's the number on the x-axis. And the y coordinate is 3. So 2, 3. And then I just write my equation. Y minus the y number. Put in my slope. X minus the x number. This would be a good time to pause the video, try that third question on your own, and then continue the video to make sure that you are correct. On the picture there, I've counted the slope to be up 2 over 1. And the point that's on this graph, I'm going to do 3, 1 as the coordinate. That's this first point right here. It's 3, 1. The x number goes first, and then the y number. So my final equation would be y minus 1, 2 or 2 over 1 for my slope, x minus 3. So page 4 is the classwork that goes with these notes. Make sure to try that classwork. Make sure you know what you're doing.